This is a studio. It's a bit special because it's all created out of wood amidst 4 million trees that my father and his uncle had planted here in northern Dorset, all within a mile of this building. And it's like a sort of eagle's nest or an eyrie in a way. And it's constructed completely without nails. It's just pegged together. And so in a storm, the whole place starts to judder and to move a little bit, which is quite exciting. But it's generally pretty quiet. And I can really focus on music here, which is great. So I don't listen a great deal to recordings. I mostly use this to study scores, orchestral scores, opera, choral music, whatever I'm conducting at the time. If you listen to too many other recordings of the same piece, you get an overlay of somebody else's interpretation, which might be better than yours, but it does influence your own. And I think it's best to keep it as fresh and as spontaneous as possible. The great thing is to have it to get your concentration going without interference. And so sometimes I use these just to keep the noise excluders, to keep any other sounds out, particularly if I'm learning a score in public transport or in a hotel lounge or wherever, because we're just bombarded nowadays with electronic noise. It comes at us from all different directions, and people call it music, but I'm not sure it is. It's a brilliant thing about music is that nowadays, with the technology we have, that it is transportable. You can take it wherever you want, and I'm extremely comfortable with that. That's great. It's hugely beneficial to be able to take recordings with you, whether you're on tour. There's no question about that. But above all, you need to have that space and tranquility, because it can take you through your imagination and through the power of the music to express all sorts of emotions and all sorts of different colours. It can take you right out of yourself. On the other hand, it's really sad the way that the quality of music that we listen to, recorded music, is now less good than it was, say, 30, 40 years ago. I mean, maybe just I'm being dinosaur-like about this, but I mean, I just love analog sound. I find digital sound far too clinical and far too unnuanced, as it were. It lacks a physicality and it lacks a palette of colours that you get so well with old analog sound. And we tend to listen to music now really on pretty poor equipment, on phones and on MP3 players, and it's not that good. And that's tremendously disappointing.